What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of products I never use or products I rarely ever grab for. And some of these products I have bought, but I haven't even opened them. So if you're interested in this, let's get on to the video. So I just want to put a little disclaimer that from here on for the rest of my videos, any of my background, decorations, my little shelves, and any of the products I wear on my face in terms of makeup wise, I will be linking them all below. So if you guys do click on my link and buy products, I will be making commission off of it, but I just want to let you know that all of the products will be linked down below. So to start us off, the first product I have is the Shadow Insurance 24 Hour from Too Faced. I got this one, I'm pretty sure, in their Christmas collection last year. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I find it has the greasiest formula, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that my shadows were sliding quite a bit. And having a slippery base is not good for your shadows at all, and basically your makeup's not gonna last. So I have two palettes that I'm gonna use for my eyes. The first one is the Sephiroth eyeshadow palette. This company reached out to me through Instagram and I have never opened it. It kind of sounds really bad, but we're going to try it out today and see if I like it. This is what the palette looks like. It's very like orangey warm tone palette. So I think I'm going to start off with this shade first. I kind of want to do a little bit of a halo eye today. So I'm going to apply that on the outer crease. In terms of formula, it's not bad, but it's not overly pigmented either. I think I will try this palette on its own and give it like more of a better standing chance with my regular eye primer, because right now I am using one I don't particularly like. So when you're doing a halo eye, you really want to keep a little bit of a gap in the center, so that way you can put your shimmers there. When I first started doing halo eyes, I would like connect it up here, but I find doing it this way gives it a better look. I don't know why, but lately I've been loving like the burnt orange type shades. I've been into very warm colors lately. So now I'm gonna go in with this darker orange shade. And then just to deepen up a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with this last shade. And I'm just gonna go very, very lightly. So now to put the glitters in the center part, I don't have any glitter glue that I don't grab for. I have this one and another one, and I like them both equally. So I'm just going to apply the NYX one, and you're going to apply that in the center of the eye, and you're going to want to bring it up to your crease. And now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like this burnt orange glittery shade. It feels really, really chalky. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely far from being the best glitters I've ever used. And now, because I did say I have two palettes, I'm going to go in with the Butter London. This one has a lot of beautiful shades. I just don't normally grab this one because I have other shimmers I like better. But I know they perform better than the one I just put on, so I'm just going to layer it on top. And then I'm just going to take my brush with the original light orange shade, and I'm just going to blend everything in together. And then I'll go in with the burnt orange shade, and I'll just put a little bit under my eye because I feel like I look a little bit crazy right now. Now for the rest of the eyes, I did bring a crayon eyeliner so that way I can put my false lashes and everything will blend in. This is the one from MAC. Like this one, it does have a good formula. I just don't grab pencils normally. Now for mascara, I am using the Tarte Big Ego one. I do not like this mascara at all. I was all excited because I love things that are pink, so I was obsessed with the packaging, but like the brush is so chunky and I always poke myself in the eye, and the formula sucks. Honestly, it's the most flakiest thing I have ever worn. During the day, it'll just like start to flake off and I'll have little parts that go in my eye and it hurts. but it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't really make them look thicker, it doesn't make them look longer. It's just, like, when you compare my two eyes, the only thing it really does is make my eyelashes look darker. And like, if you apply too many coats, you'll have that whole spiderweb trend eyelashes coming back, and we don't want that. So now for lashes I don't really use, it's the, I'm pretty sure they're the Ardell brand, but they're in the style Gala. They're really, really fluffy lashes. Normally I don't go for something dramatic, and I'm pretty sure when I wear them they're uncomfortable, but when I look at them, I never cut them. And these were like the first time that I ever wore fake lashes, and if you look, like, they're way too long for my eye. So I'm gonna go cut them, and I'll give them a second chance. And for my eyelash glue, I'm just using the Duo one because it's the only one I keep with me. I only keep my favorite. So I will go put those on off camera, and then I'll be back with you guys. So this is with the lashes on. I did remember a couple things why I never use these ones. So for starters, I don't know if you could see, but they're like extremely long, and I don't like long lashes like this. Excuse the glue, it's still drying. And the band is so thick, it's really hard to like move around and like malleable. And I don't like having a thick band because it's harder to blend in. And I didn't like the style for my eyes. Like, I find my eyes look really droopy with them. But because this is a product I never really use, I'm going to keep them on for the rest of the video, and they do feel like super heavy. So in terms of the face, the first thing we're gonna do is primer, and the one I don't use is the e.l.f. hydrating one. This one, I don't like the consistency. It's very like, it's kind of the same thing as the eye primer. It moves around and your foundation does not stick to it. And it's just like a very greasy formula. Like, my face feels like I've just been out in the sun for 10 hours and I'm like, nasty. The foundation that I normally don't gravitate to is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Concealer. This one has hyaluronic acid. The reason why I don't go for this foundation is because it doesn't sit well on my skin. It creases a lot. And I didn't like the formula itself. I will take an up-close video with my phone, and I'll insert the clip here because I just want to show you guys what the foundation does on my skin. It just does not sit well. It's not cute at all. So I'll post a little video. So for concealer, the one I never grab and I haven't grabbed for years is the Bare Minerals concealer. This is in the shade Light 2. So it comes into this little container, and I'll take it with my brush. I didn't like this one because it's a very odd formula, and you'll see the shade is a little bit off for me, but I find it like very, very thick, and I don't like anything too thick on my under eye because they are already dry as usual. But it's just harder to work with this formula, so I really don't like it. That foundation is just so bad right now. So this is with the concealer. I find it doesn't really do anything but just add an extra layer of cake on my face because it is so thick. So next for the powders. I have two that I don't use, and it is the ones from Makeup Forever. It gives you a lot of flashback. Flashback isn't good because if you're taking photos at night, all you see is powder under your eye. So the one that I used is the loose setting powder. They also have the same formula in a pressed powder, and I'm just not the biggest fan of these. If you guys are fans of any of these products, I'm not like saying you shouldn't be. They just don't work for me. So now for the face. For a contour, the product I don't use is from the Too Faced Cookie Collection palette from last year. I don't use this shade because it is too warm and it makes you look very orange. And like, if you see, it's very chalky and it picks up on any little dry patch that you can have. And as much as it is orange, it just doesn't show up sometimes. Like, this is after 2 layers, this will be a 3rd layer. Like, sometimes it just doesn't pop up. And then when you add too much, you'll know. So now for the blush that I don't use, it's the Alamar Cosmetics. It's a blush trio. I got this in a boxy charm, and I don't normally go for like an orange shade like this. The one I was using were these two. This one made me look too red, and the other one made me look too orange. And they have glitter in them, and I don't like glitters in my blush. So I'm gonna go with like the more orangey one today so we can kind of stay like monochromatic. Whenever I apply it, I just feel like the blush is another highlighter. Like it's very, very shimmery. Now for the highlighter that I don't use, it's the e.l.f. one. This is in White Pearl. It's kind of like a yellow shade highlighter. This one's very hit or miss for me in the sense of some days it looks super good, super blinding, and other days it's like very, very chalky and it doesn't look like anything. So it really depends on what products you're layering it on top of. Like today it's not the worst, but like I never chance using this product. I'll always go with my Fenty highlighter. So I completely forgot about my brows. To be honest, I don't have a lot of brow products that I hate because they're all products I use, and the only ones that I don't use are products that aren't my color, so it wouldn't really fit in this video. The only thing I don't use is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. So it's basically like a mascara one that has color, but I find like I'm going to apply it and I find it really does like nothing much except leave marks. I don't like it because now you have to go and erase all the marks that it just left. I mean, it makes me look like I have the bushy brows, but that's basically it. I don't really like this product. So now for the lips, I have a lip liner to go with my lipstick. This is the shade Diva from MAC. I love MAC lipsticks. The only reason why I don't go for this one is because it's super dark, and normally dark colors don't look good on me because I have smaller lips. So I love the ColourPop Lippy Pencils, but then again, I just don't go for this shade because it's a darker color. So I'm just going to overline my lips a little bit so that way I have a fighting chance. So now I am going to go in with the lipstick. So now don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful shade. It's just maybe a little bit too dark for me, or I'm not used to wearing these shades, but I actually really like it. So this is the final look for all the products that I never use or that I rarely grab. So honestly, the lipstick isn't the worst. Like I absolutely love the combo. It's just too dark for me. The foundation is a no-no. The concealer is a no-no. The eyeshadow palette, I'm going to give it another shot, but in terms of the rest of the products, like I know I won't use them, and they're basically just gonna sit in my little makeup drawers, and that's about it. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you guys have any nice comments or any suggestions for future videos, please let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!